cannot even begin to tell you how needed this coffee is this morning. Good morning, mon petit, and welcome back to Vlogmas day 6. We're almost a week into Vlogmas, and I don't know where this week is going, but I am honestly really struggling this morning. So I was up bright and early after an incredible night last night. I went to my weights class this morning, and honestly, it is a class that I feel like has really humbled me and really showed me where I'm lacking with regards to my fitness. I always thought I was a, fairly fit person. I can run quite far. I feel like I can do HIIT really, really well, but actual like weights, like bar weights, dumbbell weights, especially upper body weights, I am rubbish at. Absolutely rubbish. We were literally doing dumbbells today, and I was howling to myself. Not dumbbells, what are these called? Bicep curls today. And I was howling because when I think about the weight that Alex does on his bicep curls versus the fact that I was so proud of myself that I graduated from 1 kilogram to 2 kilogram dumbbells to do my bicep curls, I was honestly howling at myself in the mirror. I just really lack upper body strength, but I have so much strength in my legs. Like I feel like I have a lot of power in my legs just naturally. So it's something I really want to like work on, especially before the wedding. I feel like it would be really lovely just to feel a little bit fitter, a little bit stronger, and be a little bit more toned, especially ahead of the photos. What is it that all the girls want before their wedding? Pilates arms, I think is the phrase that people have literally come up with. I want Pilates arms ahead of my wedding, but I'm not gonna lie, I literally cannot raise my arm above here right now without it literally starting to shake. Within about 10-15 minutes of today's class, I was shaking. It was such a tough one, but it's one that I'm really seeing a lot of growth already, which I'm really, really proud of myself at. I guess when you start on 1 kilogram, the only place to go is up. Do you know what I mean? Like the only thing to do is increase your weights. But it does make me laugh because when I look around the class and see what weights the other ladies are doing, the only other person who's on weights as light as I am is the lovely 7-year-old lady in the class. Also, the coffee machine is spitting at us. But yes, very much needed this morning after a very, very intense workout. But I always feel good for doing it, and I always feel great once I've got my makeup on, I've done my hair, and getting ready for the day. So I'm going to finish my coffee and get myself going because, oh, it is so needed right now. So we need to do today's advent calendar, and I actually need to tell you about today's plans because we have such an exciting day ahead of us, a real bucket list moment that I'm literally pinching myself that I get to do tonight with Molton Brown, which is what got me thinking of the advent calendar. And I have been loving doing this every single day. I feel like it's just so nice to discover new products, to see different kind of like collections within the range. I feel like Molton Brown is one of the best brands when it comes to Christmas gifting for him, for her, for mums, for dads, for brothers, for sisters, for partners. I absolutely adore their products. I'm actually heading into London this evening with Molton Brown. We have a gorgeous little cocktails and canapes reception beforehand. I think there's going to be a bit of a kind of spritzing experience, which I'm really looking forward to. We are heading to the Royal Opera House for a ballet performance, and honestly, I could not be more excited. I love the ballet. I first went to the ballet about 2 years ago to go and see the Nutcracker, and it was the most magical thing I think I have ever experienced. It's funny actually because I do remember when I was a child, I did take up ballet lessons for a very, very short period of time. I think, bless the instructor, might have mentioned to my mum that being a prima ballerina wasn't really in my future. I had all the enthusiasm, but definitely none of the skill. I just don't know how they like hold themselves like that, the poise that they have, just the incredible like posture. I always aim to have a ballerina's posture. They are absolutely amazing, and their physiques, their fitness levels, are absolutely incredible. It is a sport more than just like a performance. It's amazing. So we're actually going to see Perspectives tonight, which I have never seen before. It looks like such an ethereal performance. I love what I've seen of the costumes and cannot wait to experience a new performance of ballet, to experience something that I've never actually seen before. And I have never been to the Royal Opera House, so I am so excited because I think we can all agree that is the pinnacle of ballet. That's where the best performances happen, like the most incredible ballet dancers, and from what I've seen online, it looks beautiful. So I'm really, really excited to head there tonight with Molton Brown. So let's unbox day 6 on the advent calendar, because honestly, this has just been the loveliest experience every single day to be able to unbox and experience and try out. So today, it looks like we have a shampoo. I do love the Molton Brown shampoos. I might have to actually offer this to my mum because she is such a fan of Molton Brown shampoos and conditioners. It's literally all she ever uses in her hair. But this is such a gorgeous scent. This is the Coastal Cypress and Sea Fennel scent, and it is just so like summery. I really, really love this. And it's a really lovely unisex fragrance as well, which I really, really like. So I can use this, Alex can use this. We can literally chop and change and swap with this and both use it in the bathroom. So I'm hoping day 7 might be a conditioner with this exact scent. That would be fabulous if it is. Shall I just open day 7 now? I know we're a little bit ahead, but I feel like if you're gonna have one, you've got to have the other. It is the conditioner. I absolutely love that. And do you know what? These are really, really good size minis. I don't know how they managed to fit these in at the doors, but that would be perfect if you're going away somewhere for like 2 weeks and you need to have like a good amount of shampoo and conditioner with you to be able to wash your hair a good few times, or you can literally just pop that straight in your bathroom. I mean, you don't necessarily need to use these when you're going away, but I'm really excited to try these out as a shampoo and conditioner because I absolutely adore that scent. And I always find that Molton Brown shampoos and conditioners have just so much goodness in them for your hair. So I've just come into our bedroom. I'm so sorry if you can hear Alex on the phone next door in his office. I feel like his voice carries so much. But the reason I wanted to come in here is because this is actually where Alex keeps his fragrances. And I thought it might actually be quite interesting to see our kind of like collective Molton Brown fragrance collection between us. And this is honestly something that I feel like I never take for granted. Being able to work with brands that I genuinely spend my own money on, absolutely adore, couldn't recommend any more highly. Brands like Molton Brown that I have such a love and admiration for. When they start noticing that kind of like organic coverage of their products and then bring you in for like events and collaborations, that to me is when this job is just the sweet spot. That is how collaborations I feel like should always come about. So when I say that I adore Molton Brown, I mean, I'm not gonna be able to lift all of them in one go. This is literally the collection that we have between us. I did actually have one more in my collection, but my mum loved the fragrance so much I couldn't not give it to her. She absolutely adored it every time I wore it. So I ended up giving her the Rose and Rhubarb fragrance, which is such a gorgeous one. Really nice for like spring, summertime, very light, very fresh, very rosy. And if you are looking for kind of like Christmas gifting ideas and you maybe want to know a little bit more about the fragrances, obviously you can read about them online, but hearing it from the horse's mouth, someone who absolutely adores the fragrances, I feel like can just be really, really useful. So in my collection, we have Rose Jeans, which I feel like is probably what I'm gonna wear tonight because it's just such a gorgeous, rich, sexy rose fragrance. It's not like your grandma's curtains kind of a rose. It feels like rose with like maturity and like sexiness added into it. I absolutely adore it. I have some rose fragrances in my collection. They're a bit more like fruity rose, or maybe they're a little bit more almost like a rose garden, like a little bit more of like a floral, fragrant, kind of like grassy rose. This is so rich and deep, and I feel like Molton Brown really like to put that into their fragrances. I feel like this would be amazing for like a mother or mother-in-law. I feel like mature women always really love this scent, whereas on the other kind of end of the spectrum, this has actually been a fan favorite, especially among my friendship group. They absolutely adore when I wear this one. So this, oh, it's just such a gorgeous one. This is Bluebell and Wild Strawberry. It was actually a new release from Molton Brown this year. Now this I feel like would be amazing for a friend, a sister-in-law, or even a partner. I feel like someone a bit younger really likes this because it's a little bit more fun. It's a little bit younger, a little bit fresher. I love the Wild Strawberry in it. I feel like that is what gives it that almost like fruity twang. Like it has almost a little bit more of like a harshness to it, which I really, really like. And the Bluebell is so light, so refreshing. This again is gorgeous in the summertime. I mean, wearing this to weddings, wearing this to Wimbledon, things like that, all the kind of summer events, I feel like this is just absolutely beautiful for. So I'd say the ladies in your life will absolutely adore these Rose Jeans and Bluebell and Wild Strawberry. Those are my two favorites. And then in Alex's collection, we have a couple that we do actually share. I love this one, which I literally just unboxed, the Cypress and Sea Fennel, Coastal Cypress and Sea Fennel. Sometimes the Molton Brown fragrance names are such a mouthful, but this, I would definitely say it's the most unisex fragrance out of all of them. This I feel like so many women and men absolutely adore. Again, it's a little bit more summery. I actually feel like this just reminds me of like surfing in Cornwall, being down at the beach, having like fish and chips, just like enjoying a British summer. I feel like is the best way to describe this. I also really love the home fragrances in this scent. The candles, the soaps, the reed diffusers I feel like are absolutely beautiful. If you just want to add this kind of like richness but freshness into your home, that is exactly what this is. And I can see Alex absolutely loves it because it's about 3/4 of the way down. He adores that one as well. We then also have, which actually I think I got him as, yes, a Christmas present last year, Christmas wishes. I literally got engraved onto it. This is Recharged Black Pepper, and this for me is actually one of my favorite shower gels. I use this a lot in the shower, and oh my gosh, it is so gorgeous. I feel like Recharged Black Pepper is a very interesting name to have given it, but it has this almost like richness, a little bit of smokiness, but it does have that kind of like pepperiness in it, which I really like. I feel like with regards to the moisturizer and the shower gel, I absolutely adore that. I mean, all of these are unisex, as I said, but with regards to the fragrance, it is a bit more masculine, which I really like. This I think is really nice, a bit more like daytime, really lovely in the winter time. It has that like richness added into it. I feel like I keep saying richness, but that's the best way to describe Molton Brown fragrances. They don't go for like lightweight, like really airy fairy fragrances. They add these like beautiful, rich, deep tones to them. So this one I absolutely adore. I know Alex does as well. And then his ultimate favorite, which is one of my absolute favorites as well. This is Mesmerizing Oud, Accord and Gold. This is actually a limited edition bottle, which I got back in the summer. I think they did like a collaboration back in at the summer, and oh my goodness me, I adore this. This is obviously the most oudy, rich, sexy man fragrance, and this is amazing again when it comes to like home fragrances. The candle of this, anyone would love. In fact, if you have a man in your life that you want to maybe give some home fragrances to, I feel like this would be amazing because they just have such a like sexiness to them. They kind of feel a bit bachelor paddy, but like in the best way possible. Maybe not bachelor pad, maybe it's more like granddad's study, you know, with those like oak tones, the like green leathers, the like button back sofa. That is exactly what this smells like. So I feel like men would love this in a candle, in a reed diffuser, or of course in the fragrance. This is honestly Alex's absolute favorite, and I feel like every time he wears it, I notice. In fact, not just me who notices, he gets the most amount of compliments when he wears this fragrance. So he absolutely adores this as well. I feel like it's one of Molton Brown's most iconic fragrances, so I absolutely adore that as well. But as I said, they do amazing, obviously like home fragrances, amazing gifting. I just feel like if you want to like really treat someone this Christmas, Molton Brown is a great brand to check out. So I will leave them linked down below, but I just thought it might be quite cool to go through all of our perfumes. Honestly, I can't even lift all of them, but mine and Alex's, we are both huge fans of the brand. We've just come downstairs to make lunch, and Alex is wearing what he has referred to me as his Grinch jumper. Why is this your Grinch jumper, my darling?
Because it's fluffy and furry and
it
it's
literally
green.
is as well. Where is it from? Do you remember?
I have no idea. You got it me a while ago.
I don't remember getting that for you, to be perfectly honest.
It's cosy though, and warm. But not to be like, although I call it the Grinch jumper, that doesn't mean that I'm like emulating Grinch.
No,
vibes.
you're the opposite of the Grinch. I mean, you love Christmas just as much as I do.
Oh yeah. Any excuse to put the tree up sooner.
Literally. Oh, it is really soft and cozy though. So we've had lunch. Alex and his Grinch jumper are well fed and happy, and I need to start thinking about outfits for tonight because I haven't actually got anything new in for this evening's event. I don't really know what you would wear to the ballet. I'm not really sure whether to like go all out or maybe keep it a little bit more stripped back. I have a few outfit options. I wish these videos were like in real time so that you could give me your advice, you could give me your opinions on what I'm gonna wear, but I'll show you the options and we can decide together what to wear for the ballet tonight. So option one, I am very much enjoying. This is making me feel so festive. This is actually the dress that I wore, if you watched the vlog when I went on the British Irish Pullman. It's from Love and Roses as part of their collaboration with Laura Whitmore, and I absolutely adore it. I remember saying at the time that this is going to make such a gorgeous Christmas dress. I mean, it's so comfortable, so easy to wear, and yet so festive. It has these almost kind of like velvet roses on. I'll see if it's still available and leave it linked down below. I'm pretty sure they've actually released it in a few different kind of variations. I think they've released like a top, potentially a skirt, potentially a mini dress version. I'll leave them linked if I can, but I absolutely adore it, especially if you're the kind of person who at Christmas time you don't necessarily like to go full on sparkle, full on glam, but you just want that gorgeous like nod to Christmas. And it's funny because I never used to be a red dress kind of a gal until I tried this on and just fell in love. It looks beautiful with a little pair of boots underneath. I feel like pointed toe stilettos would also look gorgeous, and I just feel like there's a lot of options with this. I think this could be a really, really nice one for tonight. Okay, option number 2 is definitely a real contender. I absolutely adore this skirt. This is actually from Debenhams, and I just love the black and white kind of pleating that runs through it. It kind of feels a bit ballet core in its kind of essence, which I really, really like. I've kept it quite simple on top. I've just tucked it into a little black roll neck. I feel like you could add maybe like a string of pearls or some gorgeous kind of like chain necklaces, maybe do a bit of a layered look. Could look really, really nice. Again, I think this is stunning if you're the kind of person who doesn't like glitz or glam or sparkle, but you do want to look really elevated for the kind of like evening events at Christmas time. Again, it looks beautiful with the little boots. Oh, this is a real, real contender. I feel like this is definitely up there with an option for tonight. Now, option number 3, I have to say I do love. This is a firm favorite in my dress collection, my kind of evening wear wardrobe. It's a beautiful velvet bodycon dress. This is actually from River Island, maybe about 2 years ago, potentially. I've definitely had it for a little while now. It's a gorgeous kind of like one shoulder, or you could do a full off the shoulder moment with this dress. I actually remember wearing this to the Like to Know It gala last year, and I got so many compliments. I love the fact that it's completely bodycon. I actually just popped it on with a little pair of pointed toe slingbacks, and I think it looks so elegant. But my main concern is it too much? I mean, it is going to be a really fun festive evening with Molton Brown, but I don't want to be too overdressed for tonight's performance, and that's probably my biggest fear with this. But I do feel like a velvet dress at Christmas just can't go wrong with. I'm sure I'll be able to find some similar ones and leave them linked down below if you are looking to kind of update your party wear wardrobe. I do absolutely adore this. I'm a little bit concerned it's maybe a little bit too much for the ballet, but this would be incredible for like your work Christmas party or like a really special festive date night. I do absolutely adore this. Option number 4, I actually think I may have found our winner. My beautiful Phase 8 sparkly skirt. I've actually had this in my collection maybe about 4 years now, and it honestly breaks my heart because they have never released anything like this since. I would try and find something similar, leave it linked down below, because I feel like having a beautiful sparkly skirt in your collection is an absolute must. I have worn this so much to hen dos when the dress code has been a little touch of sparkle. I've worn it around Christmas time. I feel like even for my wedding this is going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, just look at that shimmer, and with a little pointed toe, I absolutely love how that looks. I think with a little black bag as well, that could really tie in together nicely. It's giving ballet core, which is what I really like about this outfit. And even though it's obviously very out there, very sparkly, I don't think it's too much. I think it's going to blend quite well with a kind of like dress code of the ballet. I really love this cardigan. It's actually from Hobbs, and it's got this really beautiful, almost like pearl encrusted neckline, which I absolutely adore. I feel like they suit each other so well. They just fit really, really nicely, and it's just perfect for tonight's look. This is definitely the one that I think I'm drawn to the most, so I think this is going to be tonight's look. Lucky number 4. I'm kind of in love with it. It's so annoying that I can't get your feedback in real time. I think I'm happy with tonight's outfit, but I honestly feel like this is like the girls group chat times 1,000. And you know when you send in your outfit to the girls group chat, everybody's like feedback and approval. I wish I could get that in real time from you guys. But I did show the outfits to Alex, and he does agree that this is the most kind of like ballet core, ballet themed look. I really struggle when we don't have dress codes for events, and I feel like because it's cocktails and canapes, then moving on to the ballet, that is what is making it so difficult to dress for. But I'm hoping I've got it right for this evening. I mean, I always love a little bit of shimmer at Christmas time. So on my lips, I'm wearing the Charlotte Tilbury Hyaluronic Acid Lipstick in Pillow Talk, which is just a perfect Your Lips but better. And then on my eyes, my current favorite at the moment, the Long Wear Cream Shadow Stick from Bobbi Brown in the shade Moonstone. Such a gorgeous, like shimmery, almost kind of like ice queen coloured eyeshadow, which I absolutely love. I feel like it works really well actually with the shimmer in tonight's look, and so easy to apply. I'm just going to pop a little bit of shimmer on my cheeks. This is the Bobbi Brown Shimmer Stick, which I don't actually think they do anymore, which is such a shame, but I absolutely adore this because it just adds a little flush, like a really lovely, almost kind of blush slash highlight to your cheeks. This is in the shade Bronze. I'll see if I can find it and leave it linked down below. I always love adding a little bit more blush to my evening outfits. And do you know what's so funny? As I was grabbing that, I just noticed my Reed diffuser from Molton Brown, which as you can see is well loved, is well used, that I'm definitely going to need a top up. In fact, I might actually add that to my Christmas list and say to Alex I would love a new Molton Brown Reed diffuser in my office. This is the scent Delicious Rhubarb and Rose, the one that I gave to my mum, which honestly every time she wears it, she texts me saying I'm wearing my rhubarb today. I'm loving it. It's the cutest thing in the world. So a real Molton Brown fan, an avid fan over here. Absolutely adore all of their products. So quick little spritz of my Rose Dunes for tonight, and then I'll show you the full outfit before we get going. Does she look ready for the ballet, or does she look ready for the ballet? I'm so snuggly yet so sparkly. This is just everything I love in Christmas outfits. Now, we have been warned that we are walking to the venue from the Cocktails and Canapes venue to the Royal Opera House. So comfortable shoes it is. I love these slingback ballet flats. They very much reminded me of a kind of like ballet, you know, shoe, which I absolutely adore. And I love how the black ties in together. That's right, she's back out, our absolute favorite, my little Jimmy Choo bonbon. She is the cutest bag that I have ever laid my eyes on. I just think she is so perfect for like evenings, especially at Christmas time, because you can pop her on your wrist. It means your hands free. She's absolutely tiny, literally only just about fits in my camera, my phone and my wallet. That's about it, but you know what, that's all really need. She's in a gorgeous little kind of like velvet, but they do a lot of different variations of her, so I will leave them linked down below, a link to the Jimmy Choo bonbons. This is in the smallest size, but again, you can go up a size, you can go up a few sizes actually if you do prefer a slightly bigger bag. But being so petite, I always like something super tiny on my wrists. And then for a little bit of warmth, but also a little bit of something extra, my jacket is actually from Karen Miller, my gorgeous little fluffy jacket. I love this, especially at Christmas time, because it just looks so spectacular, but keeps you really nice and cozy. So I feel like this is going to be so perfect for traveling up to London and for heading to the ballet. Honestly, I am so excited for tonight's performance, for tonight's event with Molton Brown. It just feels like such a pinch me moment. I cannot stop staring as well at the skirt. I mean, look at the movement in that. Oh, it's going to be such a magical, such a special evening. So we better get ourselves going. Oh my goodness, Covent Garden is looking so festive. I honestly adore Covent Garden at Christmas. It's one of my absolute favourites. Oh, we're losing the crowd. Catch up, catch up. Wow, look at this. Oh my goodness me. This is the most incredible theatre I think I've ever laid my eyes on. Wow. Right, we need to find our seats and enjoy the ballet. goodness me, it is way past my bedtime. Not gonna lie, I am so tired, but so full. Like, my cup is so full right now because that was just the most incredible evening. I literally feel like I have to keep pinching myself that I got to go with Molton Brown. Even just cocktails and canapes with the team was so lovely. It's always lovely to meet new faces, see some old friends, and just enjoy some like festive celebrations before heading to the ballet, which was incredible. I feel like those ballet dancers just do not get enough credit for their skill, their talent. I mean, their poise as well was just amazing. I am so jealous of their figures. They work for those figures, let's be real, but they are just so like petite and tiny and toned. That is exactly the kind of tone I want to be before my wedding. Don't know if it's ever going to happen, but you know what? A girl can dream. And wow, Perspectives was such an amazing performance. I did not expect the Royal Opera House to have taken my breath away quite in the way that it did. I knew it was an amazing building. I knew it was a magnificent, like, what's it called? Not an arena, auditorium, but I did not realize it was going to be that incredible. We had such a fun night. So before I get my makeup off, get these contacts out and get into bed, I actually wanted to show you what they so kindly sent us away with, because oh my goodness me, I feel like I've been absolutely spoiled. So they had like a little kind of like scenting like table where you could smell some of like the newer scents, the more signature scents, and I actually got a couple of the minis from the table that I'm very excited about. First of all is Coastal Cypress and Sea Fennel, which is definitely going to be going in Alex's stocking because he loves this. As I mentioned earlier, it's just such a gorgeous one. And then actually one that I have never tried before that I didn't know from Molton Brown, it's called Neon Amber, and I am definitely going to be keeping this for myself because especially paired with rose jeans that I've been wearing tonight, it's such a gorgeous scent. It's obviously very ambery, so very like wintry. I'm gonna spritz this on my dressing gown now. Oh, such a lovely one. It has this almost like richness and deepness to it. I feel like that would make a really lovely Christmas gift. Maybe one day we'll have to get myself the full size bottle. And then we have some gorgeous Christmas presents to show. First of all, I am really excited about this. If you know somebody who maybe they've moved into like a new home this year, you know, they've like bought a house, or you want to give them a Christmas present that's almost like tied into being a housewarming gift, I feel like this would be amazing. Or if you just know somebody who is really house proud, this would be so gorgeous. So I actually picked it up in the orange and bergamot scent. It is the Hand Care Refill Collection, and it is basically the signature Molton Brown soap in a glass bottle with a refill as well. So you can actually buy these refills just normally, and what I love about this is this glass bottle doesn't actually have a scent on it. Can you see that? There's like no name, so you can obviously refill it with whatever scent you want, and you can just refill it again and again and again. And I love being able to do that because it also means that you can refill it with whatever soap you want to. But I absolutely adore the Molton Brown soaps. They always just smell so incredible. I feel like anytime people come around my house, they always compliment my soaps. I love having nice soap around the house, especially in like the downstairs toilet and the guest bathrooms, so when people come they can use it. And I absolutely adore orange and bergamot. It's just such a like festive fragrance, very obviously like wintry, very kind of orangey with that tang, that zing, but like not too Christmassy. It's definitely one that you can still use and love come like January, February. It's such a gorgeous scent. And then they actually had a little personalized gifting station, so I'm gonna have to talk a little bit quietly because this is a gift for Alex. I'm definitely going to wrap it up and pop it under the tree. I know he is going to love this, and it was actually really useful going through all of our perfumes earlier because it basically showed me what he is actually at his lowest at. And the scent that I feel like he needs a top up of, that he needs a new one of, is the Recharge Black Pepper. He was almost at the end of that fragrance when I was showing you this afternoon, so it was really helpful that I actually went through them. So I did pick him up a gorgeous little gift set of the Recharge Black Pepper. So we do actually have the gorgeous body wash, which we are going to be sharing, let's be honest, because I adore this as a body wash. This is one of my absolute favorites. It just smells so like clean, but obviously so rich, so sexy. I absolutely love this, and I find I get a lot of compliments when I use this. And then the perfume that I picked up for him in Recharge Black Pepper, they so kindly personalized it for us. How incredible is this? So I've got his name engraved onto it in silver, and I just absolutely adore it. Wouldn't you love to be that talented, to be able to do that? I just think that's absolutely incredible. So I've got him a new Recharge Black Pepper for him to open on Christmas morning to go underneath the Christmas tree. And honestly, I don't think there's anything better than opening up a Molton Brown on Christmas morning. So we're gonna have to keep that a secret from him. You guys have to promise me that you're not going to tell him that this is going to be waiting for him, because to keep that as a surprise. I'm going to do my best not to let slip that I actually picked anything up. He saw the bag, so I'm going to just have to tell him about the soap and say that that was all that I had in my bag. Otherwise, he's gonna get suspicious about why I'm not showing him what's in the Molton Brown bag that I have come home with, because he always gets very excited about new products. I know he's going to love this soap just as much as I do. In fact, we're probably going to end up fighting over which bathroom it goes in, because I always end up putting our best soaps in like the guest bathroom, which is actually my bathroom. I think I've spoken about this before. And let me tell you, the key to a happy marriage that I have learnt from people before me, that someone actually told me years ago, and I have taken with me into future life, is the same bed, different bathrooms. So Alex actually uses our ensuite more, and I use our guest bathroom more, and then it means that when guests do come around, I obviously just get kicked out of that and I share the ensuite with him. So I always like to put the nicest soaps in that bathroom, because it's kind of my bathroom, but also the guest bathroom. I know he's going to want this in the ensuite, so we're going to have a little bit of a fight on our hands, but I just love that. I mean, the glass bottle is just so gorgeous. So I wanted to show you those bits before I got my tush into bed. As I said, it is way past my bedtime. This girl is so tired, but so content after such an incredible evening. So I'm gonna leave this vlog here. I really hope you guys did enjoy coming into London with me, spending the evening at the ballet. I'm sorry I couldn't vlog any more than I did. I know that it was obviously just like a lot of B-roll, but it's obviously very difficult to vlog when it's like music blaring and I couldn't exactly show you the performance, but let me tell you, it was incredible. I feel like it is such a must do to book a night at the ballet in London if you can this Christmas, or even just go in any other times of year. I feel like I always think of it at Christmas time, but obviously they have performances all throughout the year, and it was so nice, as I said, to see something that I haven't seen before. Obviously the Nutcracker is showing a lot at the moment, but Perspectives was incredible, absolutely incredible. It felt almost like hauntingly beautiful, I think is the best way to describe it, and the music was amazing, absolutely amazing. So anyway, I'm gonna get my makeup off, I'm gonna get myself into bed. I really hope you guys have enjoyed Vlogmas Day 6, and I will see you tomorrow for officially 1 week of Vlogmas. Good night.